Hey you guys, I hope the volume on this isn't too loud. Let me see if I can lower it so you guys can hear me. Um, and I found the solution and I want to share it with all of you guys out there. And I have a little diagram here to show you what I'm talking about. And I drew a little circle. So this is my diagram of being stuck in a rut. The point right here is where you enter, and you end up in this continuous circle where it's just back and forth, back and forth. All this can go on for years, this can go on for decades, this can go on for, for your whole life. And luckily, I figured out the solution on how to get out of this. And I do believe that there are a lot of these circles that we encounter in life, but you figure out how to get out of one, you can figure out how to get out of all of them. So right here, if you notice, there's an opening right here, and it's little lines, and so we think we're stuck, and it's closed, and we can finally answer ourselves. Um, it took me a while. It took me a couple of years. I found myself stuck in a rut for at least 5 years straight. That's a very long time, and I'm going to show you actually how this works. So you're stuck in this little rut, and this is the circle. The point is where you enter, and then the perforated lines are where your opportunity for leaving is. So what you do is draw a little bridge here. That's actually what's outside of that circle in the first place. Right where those lines are, where you've closed yourself in and have created this continuous cycle where you're in a loop, there's a bridge. Bridge has always been there. It's in every single cycle. There's always a bridge to get out. And this is the thing. The reason why it's so hard for people to get out of this cycle is because you need certain tools to get out. You can't just say, I see what I've been doing, I'm going to leave. No, it doesn't work that way. You need certain tools, internal and external tools, to remove yourself from that circumstance. Putting it this way, you're on point A, and you're trying to get to point B, which is the end of where the bridge is. So the problem is you're in this cycle, this repeated cycle. For me, like I told you, it's been going on for 5 years. By January, I didn't have a job. I would find a new job summertime, struggling between those months. I would have my income tax in February, survive off of that, summer, get a new job, get a couple, quit, and repeat next year. January, no job. Repeat next year. January, no job, no job. No. And I'm not talking about employment, just any type of repetitive cycle that you find yourself in where you're like, I want more than this. I'm sick and tired of being stuck. So here, I want to get to point B. And point B for me is quite a few things. Not living in this environment that I'm in right now, moving out, having my own home, um, a bunch of things. I have my own personal goals. So for me, point B would be to change and completely remove myself from point A, which is where I don't want to be. Point A involves a bunch of things, poverty, it involves negativity, it involves a lot of these things that actually keep us in the circle. I think when we do find ourselves, kind of closing in onto the scape where we see the lines and we're like, oh, we can kind of see the bridge, there are certain things that kind of solidify that opening. And that's a terrible thing. And these are some of the things that I took: negativity, vices, failure, self defeat, setbacks, self doubt, low self esteem, hardships. All of these things uh, kind of close our eyes to understanding that we can get out of it. You remove these things and you see the opening. And once you see the opening, that's when you can begin to acquire the tools that you need to get to the next level. Internal, you want to make sure that you do all the training and development that you need to get to the next level. For example, if you want to be a dancer, do the work, do the training, do the exercises. You can do that on your own. That is something that is internal that you can work on. Um, and an external thing would be maybe you need money to kind of travel to get to the next level. That would be crossing the bridge. Getting that money is a tool externally that you can combine with your internal makings to moving to the next level. Hopefully this helped you guys, because this was a huge, huge, huge block for me, and for anybody in anything that you're trying to do in life. there's a solution and there's a way. And just understand that there's an opening to any cycle that you find yourself caught in. There's an opening. And these setbacks right here kind of make it seem like they're solidified, and it's not. The opening is there. Just positive, have faith, have hope, no doubt, none, zero doubt. There's no room for doubt, none. And once you have a good positive mentality and attitude, you can then begin to work on yourself inside and out and cross over onto that bridge. I made the mistake of, because I did realize most of this, not everything, in the past years. I made the mistake of just working on internal and not acquiring the exterior tools. So when it came down to crossing the bridge or wanting to, I wasn't able to because I didn't have what I needed. And that's very important for people to realize. Like, you have to have those tools. You can't just cross the bridge. And some of the things that we need to work on is letting go of things that are holding us back. We could have sandbags at our ankles. We could have people attaching themselves to us, and we are too heavy to cross the bridge. Bridges have weight requirements. Remove yourself from these things that are trying to attach themselves to you. Remove them from you. Remove yourself from this negativity and from these draining atmospheres. Place yourself in a positive. You can do this at any time, at any moment, anywhere. Place yourself in a positive one, and you can begin to cross the bridge. You've lightened your load. It's just you, your hope and your will and your goodness. You have your internal and external tools, and you can cross the bridge safely. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm in the process of gathering my tools, and yes, all the tools are inside the circle, all of them. And that's why we're in the circle in the first place, so we can acquire our tools and our lessons and move on to the next level. And like I said, some of the tools that I was speaking about is money, working on internal and external, having written goals, plans, and objectives, classes, schooling, the practice that you need to do to be qualified to get to the next level, having an income, and not just money, having an actual income, because money, it's like water. It flows out of your hands, and if you have a constant stream, you won't, be out of that tool by the time you need it. Good positive circle and friends, and a let go of negative people and things. Those things will help you move on to the next level. Yeah, but having the tools is really the biggest discovery. Like, I really couldn't figure that out, and I didn't put two and two together, and I just found this out, and I want to share this with you guys, and hopefully this helps. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free, feel encouraged to send me a message, and I'll try my best to help you. And I wish you all the best. Okay? Have a great night. And it's so late over here. I'm like tired. Love you guys.